Hi there, New Hope. Yes, it's me, Danny Sigmon, campus administrator and former director of worship and music. And I know you're all terrified right now because the last time I was up here doing something like this, I preached for 45 minutes. But I promise we'll keep it brief today. We are engaged in a capital campaign and an annual stewardship drive today. And I've been asked to share a few words about God's grace, New Hope, and myself. I came to New Hope in 2001. In fact, in a few days, on March 1st, I'm going to have my 21st service anniversary. Wow! I can't imagine having ever thought that it would be possible for me to say that all those years ago in 2001, but as it is now, I can't imagine it having been any other way. 21 years ago, I arrived as a wide-eyed, idealistic, terrified upstart with deep secrets and lots of shame. As I think just about anyone here knows at this point, I was hiding my sexuality. In 2001, it still wasn't safe to be gay even in the ELCA. I grew up in a conservative Baptist family where we were at the church whenever the doors were open. But imagine being that kid that was steeped in the church, knew all the Bible stories, heard all about grace, but that had to listen Sunday after Sunday that I was an exception to that grace, and that being a gay kid was too much and too far for salvation and not compatible with being a Christian or my very being. Deep shame and self-hatred would be something I would deal with for years, clinging to that hope that comes from Christ and the transforming resurrection, yet constantly aware that if my secret got out, the proponents of that very hope would cast me out. I even at one point got very close just to renouncing my beliefs altogether and leaving the church permanently. How could I love a Savior that didn't love me? Still, I knew church, and I knew all the code words and all the right things to say, and I was a musician who could sing and teach and inspire, so I swallowed my dignity, ate a chocolate cake, and went to work for the church, eventually finding my way to New Hope, where little by little, one smile, one wink at a time, people were trying to tell me, it's okay. We see you. We know. Christ can love you too. And over the years, my secret prison became an open secret and then common knowledge. When I brought Jorge to meet you for the first time, he was instantaneously embraced. And you helped us all along the way through our gut-wrenching journey through the immigration process in a time of the Defense of Marriage Act, which prevented the federal government from recognizing a same-sex wedding for the purpose of immigration. You guys wrote letters to congresspeople, helped us network, and one family here even sponsored Jorge as a student when my own finances, nearly exhausted from the expensive legal fight, disqualified me from serving in that role. Finally, when we were able to get married and I was able to sponsor Jorge for citizenship, there were some people that weren't just mad at New Hope, they were furious. Furious that we weren't getting married here at New Hope, because at the time Texas wouldn't allow it. So 9 months later, having gone to California to get married, we had a ceremony here at New Hope, and it was a beautiful evening full of love and support that I would not receive from some in my own family, my own blood family. New Hope is our family of choice. LGBTQ people are known for being aware of the fact that family isn't blood, family is what you choose, and you guys are a family of choice. New Hope has been a reconciling congregation, a supporter and lover of the LGBTQ community for years before it was okay to be or fashionable to be, and it remains so today, whether or not you officially wear the title of reconciling congregation. I hope that changes one day so that we can assure the same promise that you gave Jorge and I to other lost souls that are out there drifting in their own self-loathing and despair. You showed me that grand, radical welcome that Christ affords the world and all of its people. Through you, I have felt the grace of God, and you show it to so many others all the time. Look at the work you do with East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry, with Family Promise, with a food bank, El Buen Pastor, Meals of Hope, and Lutheran World Relief Quilting, just some of the things. My gosh, it's a lot. I think you guys are particularly guilty of not seeing the forest for the trees sometimes. You are so quick to judge yourselves harshly and or see your own flaws, or to see, in fact, like today, maybe there aren't as many people here as there used to be. And through all of that self-flagellation, you lose your joy and your hope and your conviction. But you are wrong. You do so much even now that makes you a great and glowing light of Christ in a totally messed up world. And that work is poised to go even further because of the work we're doing now with the Building on Hope campaign. Jorge and I will be pledging, and I hope you will as well. We believe in it. We believe in what New Hope has been able to do for so many people, and are grateful for the love and affection that you have shown us all these years. So we will support it. We're also pledging to the annual fund this morning, which I also have already done electronically through Realm, hint, hint, shameless plug. But in addition to your dollars, we're asking for yourselves and your time. Everything we do on campus, from charity work to repair work to bid finding to this very worship service that's happening now, takes people power to accomplish. The word liturgy itself means the work of the people. And as things shut down and we limped along through the pandemic, lots of folks kind of drifted to the side as we stopped having in-person worship. But we're ramping worship back up, in-person worship back up, and even bringing back served communion next week, which all of that takes helpers, takes bodies, takes assistance. A visitor sees a welcome smile when they enter the narthex rather than a cavernous space because someone took the time to volunteer to greet them. That work happens all over the campus all year, and only because, again, generous people give their time, things get done around here. Right now, a very narrow set of people are filling most of the work that happens every Sunday. That's not sustainable. That kind of devotion is miraculous, and we are eternally grateful for it, but it leads to burnout, and we need your help to spread out that load. Many hands make light work, as Pastor Chris says, and we need help at things like the soundboard and on the camera system. Do you realize how much further your ministry goes, how much further your reach is now that you've had the vision to raise the money and install this equipment? but we need people to help run it. Again, just a couple of people are helping out, and we don't want to burn them out. We need tellers to count offerings. Right now we just have 3 or 4 crews that do that, and that means the rotation comes around a lot. We need ushers, coffee makers, altar guild members, docents to help with managing rental activities in the rejuvenated community center. Making church happen requires more manpower than you think. But if enough of us pitch in, the easier, more rewarding, and more amazing our work here will become. Thank you, New Hope, for being a blessing to me and Jorge and our family for the last 21 years. Thank you for being a beacon in our community, shining a transfiguring light on our city and our world. I love you. Thanks.